Now, I'm reading this story, and I say story, here's an account of some facts that may or may not have bearing on the truth because it's from a Stuff story. I have more about them to say during the course of the week. Veteran politician Maurice Williamson. Is he a veteran? He's actually an Auckland City Councillor. Has made a complaint at Auckland Council over staff putting up posters in communal areas which promote decolonisation actions for non-Māori Kiwis, including the correct use of te reo, that's Māori, the Māori language, and the understanding of te Treaty of Waitangi, otherwise known as TOE, or the Treaty of Waitangi. Apparently, staff kitchens inside Auckland Council's Albert Street headquarters have been deemed politically neutral after Williamson repeatedly took down the te reo posters and complained to officials. What a rebel and a renegade. Maurice Williamson, Auckland Councillor, joins us now. Good morning, Maurice. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Sean. Very well.
Whoa, this is direct action. You're like a stop oil protester.
Oh, absolutely. I was going to super glue myself to the fridge.
Look, what has got you? And I can just see you. You're ripping these. Has it been surreptitious? Do you sneak in at night and take the posters down? Or
Absolutely. Put the balaclava on, sneak in through the car park. No, look, these things, just massive, big coloured printers. And, of course, we've got an edict around the council. We don't use colour for printing because it costs us millions a year, the printing budget alone. So we said double-sided, black and white, and only on paper when it's needed. These are big posters. But there's stuff...
And they've been printed by the staff in-house?
Yeah, that's exactly what they've done.
Okay, who has done the artwork? Are they official posters from a government department?
Don't know who's done but Sean, it's nothing to do with te reo. My anger was at some of the stuff that says, make sure you understand the history of the invasion, the land theft, the colonisation and Māori's resistance. Another one of them says, make sure that you resist Pākehā culture being imposed on our society and so on. Now, need to get it clear about this. I actually don't mind people being able to do that as long as we can all have our posters up. But the moment if I tried to put an anti-co-governance poster up,
go along to Julian Batchelor's next meeting.
Yeah, I'd be on a bloody code of conduct, and this is totally unacceptable. So I just made the comment. It's got to be all or nothing. If we're going to have it, let's have a free for all. And, of course, the wokester lovies around the brigade, you can't have that stuff, it's evil, it's wrong, it's disgusting.
Have there been complaints against you for being a racist yet? Have you had formal complaints?
Oh, yes, I know, absolutely. People are saying, what a racist, and all I've said is we shouldn't have it for anybody. It just should be a neutral place. It's where we eat our lunch. It's where we make our cups of tea and coffee. It's a sort of a communal smoko lunchroom area.
No, you can't have smoko. It's not smoko anymore, Maurice. It's a mental health break. It's a safe space. Okay?
Well, I'm a bloody dinosaur for these things. I mean, smoko used to be what I thought about it. And I didn't even have a smoke with the smoko, but never mind.
Okay, so I'm really interested, though, about the posters themselves and who has done the artwork and put them together.
They're obviously being circulated out on the email, and it says put these up everywhere you can.
Okay, it'd be really interesting to find if someone has been using council resources to create artwork or posters of a political nature. That would seem to me to be most certainly a disciplinary offence.
It would seem to me worthwhile, but what the management have decided is the staff have got their own notice boards in a separate part of the building, and they can put them up on those, but they've agreed that in the communal network, where councillors all come to get their lunch or heat up a pie or whatever, it's best that we keep them completely neutral.
Okay. And you're not against the messages? I don't think you'd say these are the greatest messages. You wouldn't put one of these posters up on...
I'm against some of the messages. Some of the stuff because the worst thing about stuff is it says, I was complaining about te reo. I'm fine with people wanting to learn the Māori language. Good on them. And I think that people, should promote it if they speak it. I'm good at te reo. Yeah. It was all the stuff about the theft and stop about Pākehā culture and we've got to fight back. And I thought, sorry, that is just so political, and this is not the room for that to be up in.
Okay, not in my smoko room. Have any of your fellow councillors or politicians weighed in on... Wading on one side or the other?
No, well, I've had quite a lot of emails and texts from people, but the problem with this is that the moment you say, I want to be neutral and that nobody has a say, you're a racist.
Yeah.
And I found that all along. See, I think I said this to you on one of our Free Speech Fridays. I'd always been brought up that racism was where you wanted to treat one group of people differently because of their race. And I think that's wrong. I don't think you should treat any group of people based on their race.
Yeah.
The moment you say that now, that's racism.
Yeah. Well, I can say the lefty trolls are going for you on X or Twitter, of course, which doesn't mean an awful lot. But for the moment, have you succeeded?
No.
Yeah?
Let me back that truck up. In 2002, when National was floundering in terms of having no policy, going nowhere, and we ended up with 20.9% of the vote, I famously said in the Herald in an interview, the problem with National at present is that even Sue Bradford doesn't hate us. And if you're standing for things and believing in things that matter, there'll always be people who are coming at you as hard as they can. If you are a bland piece of blancmange standing for nothing, you don't upset the trolls. They don't do anything. So when they sort of come at me on Twitter and that, and they get some real nasties on us, I just know that I'm having an impact, which is great. I love it. The more I can upset the trolls, the better.